Hello children, I've come into my front garden today to look and think about the language of size. Now, can anyone think of any words if I said size to you? You might think of big, you might think of small, you might think of wide, you might think of thin, you might think of tiny, you might think of huge. There's loads of different words that we can use to describe the size of things. And what I want you to do is maybe go and look around your house or around your garden and see what you can find which are opposites in size. So I've had a quick look around my front garden here and I found a few things. So I found, well, these I actually found in my conservatory. If some of you watched the videos from the other week, you'll have seen me planting these. So I found these, look. I found two plants. Now one of them is really tall and one of them is short. Can you help me work it out? Now put your hand up if you think this one is the tall plant or the tall sunflower. What do you think? Put your hand up if you think this is the tall sunflower. Now tall is like a giraffe, isn't it? Really tall, where they can munch the leaves on the top of the trees. So, and short would be like a mouse scurrying around the floor. So let's have a look at these. I think this one is our tall sunflower. I think this one is our short sunflower. Okay, right, let's have a think of some other words that might describe size. So, I had a look. My son loves collecting shells when we go to the beach. And he's got a big collection on the floor. You can't see it on camera, but it's just over there. And so I went and found some shells. So I found this one and I found this one. Can you see them? Okay. Now the words I'm going to think of for these are big and small. So what do you think? Do you think this is the big shell or the small shell? Or do you think this is the big shell? What do you reckon? Okay, shout out if you think this is the big shell. You're right, that is the big shell and this is the small shell. You're right, so I found these in my garden. These are two things that are the same type of thing, but one is big and one is small. Okay, I had another look in my garden and I found this stick and I found this log. Okay, so I wonder what language of size I'm going to use for these. Well, I'll give you a clue. One is thin and one is thick. Which do you think is which? This one is a thin stick and this one is a thick stick. So we've got that word, those words too, haven't we? Thin and thick. Okay, so can you remember, was this thick or thin? That's right, it was thin. And was this thick? That's right, it was thick. Well done. Okay, now I've got some more. I've got this rock and this pebble. Which do you think is a huge rock and which do you think is a tiny pebble? Kind of giving it away in the names, haven't I? So yeah, this is huge. It's another maths word, isn't it? Huge. And this one is tiny. And I'm going to look on the floor and see if I can find an even smaller stone. Let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look. Do you think this is smaller than this one? What do you reckon? I think you're right, because something else you could do when you go look for lots of things is you can sort them into size. So you can put the biggest at one end and then put the next biggest and then work all the way down to the smallest. So I'm going to have another look for a stone. Oh, let's have a look. Here's another one off the floor. Now, it's smaller than my huge rock. It's smaller than my tiny pebble. But it's bigger than this one. So I've sorted these into size. And that's something else you could do, is sort things into size when you find lots of them. Because you might find a few things. You might only find a few plants. or you might find lots of stones that you can sort out. Now, I've got something else. Where is it? Oh, how could I miss it? It's this! Look at this! Now, yesterday, I went and picked some rhubarb out of my garden, and this was the gigantic leaf that was on it. Look at it, it's gigantic. But, is it bigger or smaller than this leaf? What do you reckon? Is this bigger or is this rhubarb leaf bigger? What do we think? Yeah, I think you're right. This gigantic rhubarb leaf is bigger than this little leaf here, isn't it? So you can have a look around the garden, and there's loads of things that you can go and look for that are opposites. One that's big, one that's small, one that's tall, one that's short, one that's fat, one that's thin, one that's thick. You can look for many or a few, because I'm just going to look around here. And if you look in front of my table, have a look here, look. I can see that there is a big flower, and I can see that there is some tiny little flowers here. So I've found two just by looking just in front of my table. So maybe you can go on an adventure too in your garden or in your house and look for different things that are different sizes and think about all the different words that you can use to describe their size. And I bet you've just managed to hear in the sky over there a helicopter's just gone past, so that's what you could hear, or you might be able to hear the birds in the tree behind me. So that's it for me. That's lots of different words about size. Let's see if you can go and play the game at home too and find different things of different sizes and use those clever words of yours to describe them. Have fun, take care, and I'll see you soon.